Welcome back to the Extreme Review channel. Today we are witnessing the tragic yet hilarious downfall of legends facing the ultimate threat of modern life. Imagine the mighty Zeus, who once ruled the heavens, now struggling as a delivery driver just to pay for his humble bowl of daily rice. And look at Poseidon, king of the oceans, now master of the fishball stall, surviving on the scraps of the very world he once dominated. The glory of the past has vanished, replaced by the harsh reality of 2024, where even the most powerful gods have to hustle for survival. Get ready for a wild ride as these washed-up deities attempt to save the world from a deadline that is bigger than their giant rice cooker. Behold the Lord of Deadline, an entity born from the collective stress of humanity, shrouded in the terrifying light of endless work notifications and emails. This dark force is coming to claim the souls of everyone who procrastinates, threatening to turn our reality into one giant, never-ending pile of work. Seriously, after watching this movie, you will either want to finish your tasks instantly or quit your job and go find peace in a temple. Zeus used to throw lightning bolts with divine precision, but now he just prays his phone battery survives until he finishes this last delivery. The tragedy hits hard when a customer cancels their order right as he arrives, leaving the king of gods with a bag of cold grilled meat. Nothing hurts more than being ghosted by a human when you once held their lives in your hands. This is the new bottom for Olympus.
Even
Meanwhile,
the goddess
of beauty, Aphrodite, has become a desperate TikToker, trying to sell miracle creams to a crowd that simply does not exist.
Well,
she is her own biggest fan, literally,
Aphrodite
using
fan
a fake
1.
account to boost her viewer count,
Like it's
while
just
her
us
real
again.
face hides behind layers of digital filters. The struggle for likes is real, proving that even divine beauty cannot compete with the algorithm when you have no budget for viral marketing stunts. Hades has traded the underworld for a tiny pawn shop where he spends his days counting pennies and complaining about the lack of paying customers. He misses the days when people actually paid their debts to the ferryman, but nowadays everyone is just broke and dead without a single cent. The god of death is now just a grumpy businessman trying to survive inflation while his kingdom below remains empty and probably very overdue for rent. Looking at this group, you can really see
Hello,
the
this is
prestige
Aphrodite's
gone.
desk. Please
They are
hold.
just regular people now, barely holding on to their sanity and dignity. Zeus used to strike targets with divine thunder, but now his electricity is barely enough to charge a phone or jumpstart a dead bike battery. Aphrodite's filters are doing all the heavy lifting, and honestly, the reality is quite a shock when you see her without the digital enhancement magic.
Look at this.
Hades
it
is so desperate,
destroyed.
he will fight you over a toaster,
It broke when
showing
I
that
plugged
his
it in.
temper
It was
is
already
the
like
only
that.
thing he has
Nonsense.
left from his glorious
This is not
past.
under warranty.
They have become invisible in a world that no longer fears the heavens or the hells, only the rising cost of living and slow internet. But just as they thought things could not get any worse, the sky begins to tear open, revealing a digital nightmare about to descend. The quantum anomaly has arrived, and it looks like the universe has finally decided to send its most aggressive debt collectors after the human race. Massive Hoden are swallowing city waste and spitting back monsters that look like unorganized desktop folders, ready to crash the system of reality.
Keep moving.
Behold
Don't
the
look
untitled
back.
folder beasts.
It's
They
gaining
represent
on us.
every piece of work
Run
you never
faster!
finished, now coming to haunt you with physical violence and confusion. Panic spreads as smartphones explode with demands for one last revision. This is the true power of the Lord of Deadline, total mental breakdown. The entire population
Run!
is
They're
experiencing a
everywhere!
collective
Get out of
panic
the way!
attack as their professional lives turn into a literal battlefield of impossible tasks and missed dates. In the middle of the chaos, the three gods gather at a cheap tea stall to discuss their next move, probably while calculating the bill. Things are getting serious now. The Lord of Deadline has deployed the revision loop skill, and humanity is about to be deleted from existence entirely. The world will become a cosmic garbage dump if these three don't suit up and find a way to save their collective rice bowl from disaster. Zeus finally finds his ancient lightning bolt, but it is so rusted and weak that it looks more like a child's broken toy now. The legendary weapon is now barely enough to charge his phone, or maybe light a candle if the wind isn't blowing too hard against him. Aphrodite decides that her selfie stick will be her primary weapon. That proving that narcissism is the most powerful shield in the age of social media.
This ledger
Hades
provides
relies on his
irrefutable
book of
proof
debts,
of your
planning
client's
to defeat the
malfeasance.
monsters by lecturing them on their
We have
financial
everything we need right
irresponsibility
here.
and overdue interest rates. I am actually more worried for the monsters than I am for them. This team looks like they couldn't even defeat a stubborn parking meter.
Watch closely now.
Hades' training
It's
involves
connected by
teaching
this
the team
invisible
how to
string.
ghost their
See?
responsibilities, which is surprisingly effective against Quivut made of work folders. Zeus is as weak as a wet noodle, and his failed stunts are a clear sign that his divine muscles have turned into pure delivery driver stress. Even the stray cats aren't buying Aphrodite's charm anymore. This is truly the most pathetic buff sequence in the history of cinema. But hey, as long as it is funny, who cares about logic? They are preparing for battle with the spirit of a desperate Gen Z freelancer. They attempt a grand transformation like a magical girl anime, but the special effects look like they were made on a free mobile app. The transformation ends with Zeus getting a painful muscle cramp, reminding us that being a god doesn't protect you from old age and poor stretching. They are trying so hard to be cool, but reality keeps slapping them in the face.
Whoa, easy there.
It is the perfect metaphor for our daily
You
struggles.
totally ruined it, man.
The final showdown takes place in the heart of the city, where the Lord of Deadline has finally manifested his true, terrifying form. Zeus attacks with everything he has left, but his lightning just makes the monster feel a slight itch on its digital toes. Instead of hurting the enemy, Zeus successfully knocks out the power for the entire neighborhood, leaving everyone in total darkness and even more confusion. Aphrodite tries to seduce the monster, but since the creature has no heart or eyes, her divine charm is about as useful as a screen protector. She gets absolutely wrecked because she brought a selfie stick to a cosmic god fight. This is the definition of being out of your league. Hades and Zeus finally decide to work together, combining their powers of fire and electricity to create a makeshift barbecue for the enemies. This combination of hellish flames and stolen city power is actually working. They are grilling these digital monsters like street food on a Saturday night. Absolute pro-gamer moves. They are finally showing why they were once worshipped as kings, even if their methods are a little bit unorthodox now. The boss is angry. He is firing overdue notices that can cut through stone, forcing the gods to hide behind a parked delivery van. Hades' death book is the ultimate shield, proving that nothing can stop a person who is already drowning in financial paperwork and unpaid bills. Aphrodite finds her groove, using the power of reflection to give the monster a taste of its own terrifying, work-filled medicine. The Lord of Deadline is glitching. This is the opening they need to deliver the final blow and save humanity's precious free time. Behold the secret weapon, the divine rice cooker. It is the only vessel strong enough to contain the pressure of 1 billion deadlines at once. They are pooling their remaining divine essence into this kitchen appliance, creating a vacuum that will suck the shadow into the pending state. The suction power is incredible. The giant monster is being torn apart and dragged into the pot, screaming in digital static and failed emails. You can almost hear the sound of 1 million keyboards finally going silent as the threat of the deadline is slowly being neutralized. And just like that, the Lord of Deadline is cooked. The world is safe from his thanks to a group of gods and their cookware. The sun is back, and the digital plague has been lifted. The streets are still a mess, but at least nobody is getting fired today. These three have been through hell and back, and they have finally realized that they are more than just co-workers. They are a family. Back home, the victory celebration is humble, but the warmth of the noodles and their friendship makes it feel like a royal banquet on
Did you
Olympus.
add the extra chili flakes?
Even the grumpiest god can
Only the
find
best
joy
for
in a
us.
shared meal. This is the true message. Family is the only thing that doesn't have a deadline. No filters needed for this moment. Genuine
Oh, look,
connection
it's
is much more beautiful
perfect.
than any digital enhancement
I
or
love it
fake
without the
follower count could
filter.
ever be.
We look
The world might be
absolutely
chaotic,
radiant.
but as long as they have each other, these forgotten gods can handle anything the modern world throws at them. But wait, the peace is shattered by a terrifying sound. Zeus's phone is ringing with a notification that sounds like a scream from the abyss. It seems you can't truly kill a deadline. It just comes back in a different form, and this time, it is looking for a very specific delivery. Their faces say it all. The nightmare isn't over, and the second round of this divine comedy is about to begin right now. Remember, you can run from your gods, but you can never run from your work tasks. Deadline is truly the ultimate karma for us all. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so I can afford to pay off my own boss and avoid my own deadline today.
The prophecy
Stay tuned for more extreme
sacrifice,
reviews.
even if it means, I
Farewell,
can't do this with a straight
and may
face.
your rice be fluffy and your deadlines
almost
always
had
be
it.
far, far away from your door. The city never sleeps, and neither do the forces of work and stress that continue to evolve in the shadows of our digital world. Information flows like a river, carrying the seeds of the next big crisis that our heroes will inevitably have to face very soon. Who is this new player? Is there a higher boss in the corporate hierarchy of the universe, watching every move they make from above? Time itself seems to be the next weapon. If the deadline couldn't stop them, maybe the past will come back to haunt their present. Even in the smallest spark, there is hope. The divine power is slowly returning, preparing for a future that will be even more chaotic. The goddess of beauty might be tired, but her influence is far from gone. She will be the light in the dark times ahead. The accounts must be balanced. There is one debt that has not been paid, and it might cost the world everything it has left. Something big is coming. Can you feel the vibration in the air? The next chapter is already being written by the stars above. The entire planet is now part of the system. There is no escaping the network, no matter how high you fly or how deep you hide. The scale of the threat is beyond human comprehension. Our gods are our only defense against a takeover that is truly cosmic in scale. Is there a king coming back? Or will the throne remain empty as the old world crumbles under the weight of the new digital age? The messenger has spoken. The word is out. The gods are back, and they aren't going anywhere until the job is completely finished. This is only the beginning of the end. Get your snacks ready for the sequel, because the combat is only going to get crazier. Remember the laughs, the failures, and the epic rice cooker scene. It was a journey like no other in the history of cinema. They might be washed up, but in our hearts, they are the heroes we need to survive the daily grind of our modern lives. Thank you for watching Extreme Review. Your support helps us keep the lights on and the sarcasm flowing in every single video we make. Look at him go. Even a god can learn a new trade if he has enough motivation.
Join us for
and a hungry
hilarious
family
and
to
biting
feed back
movie
home.
reviews and updates
Good night,
at
world. May your sleep be deep and your
voiceoverreviews.com.
tomorrow be free of any urgent messages or unread work emails from your boss. Just kidding. Did I scare you? Now go finish that task you've been avoiding all day before the Lord of Deadline finds you too. We've all been there, staring at the screen at 3 a.m., wondering if we can finish the work or if the world will end first. That feeling of clicking submit is better than any divine blessing. It is the true superpower of the modern human being in this digital age. Wait, even Hades has a side hustle now? It seems the underworld isn't the only place with endless soul-crushing tasks and repetitive work cycles. He is adapting. If you can't beat the system, you might as well join it and take a paycheck while you plan your next cosmic takeover. Aphrodite has finally found her niche, and it turns out she's actually really good at it once she stopped worrying about the
Good
old
morning.
god ways.
Thank you for reaching out
And
to
Zeus
us.
has become the
My
ultimate
name is
house
Michael.
husband,
How may I
proving that
brighten your
divine
day?
power is best used for making sure the people you love are well-fed and happy. They have found peace in the ordinary, which is perhaps the greatest miracle of all for beings who once moved the stars and oceans. The universe is watching, and it seems to approve of this new, humbler path.
Honestly, I still
Sometimes,
can't believe we live here.
letting
Look
go
at
of
that
power
view.
is the
It's
only way to
absolutely
find
stunning.
strength.
Best decision we
This
ever
city
made.
is their
Hey,
new Olympus.
check out that
and
building over
every
there.
person in it is a tiny part of the epic story that continues to unfold every single day. Let's relive those hilarious combat moments one last time, because watching gods fail at life is the most relatable thing I have ever seen. Zeus's electric hair day is definitely a highlight. It's hard to stay intimidated when your own powers are working against your fashion choices and dignity. And Aphrodite's desperate struggle with her tech gear is just too much. It proves that even goddesses have problems with their equipment during important moments. Hades losing his glasses mid-fight is the peak of relatability. We've all been that guy, lost and confused while the world waits for our next move. Their lack of coordination is their greatest charm. They aren't a perfect team, but they are a real one, And that is what actually matters in the end. The legendary rice cooker deserves its own movie. It truly carried the entire team on its metallic back and saved the world from total professional ruin. As long as that light stays on, we know that the deadline is being kept at bay, slowly simmering in a world of digital rice and steam. They have become local legends, the kind people whisper about when things go surprisingly right in the middle of a very long and stressful day. A king of gods helping with a stove? Now that is a true act of divinity. It's the small things that truly make the world a better place. They might have lost their thrones, but they have found their purpose. The world is in good hands, even if those hands are covered in grease. Take a lesson from the gods. Know when to walk away and when to stand your ground against the pressures of the modern working world today. Thanks for sticking around until the very end. You are the real MVP. See you in the next video for more cinematic chaos and extreme reviews. Goodbye for now. And remember, your deadline is waiting, so you better get back to work before it starts looking for a rice cooker too.